So last month, my roommate Kevin decided that his next big thing was going to be brewing his own kombucha. For context, Kevin's previous big things included a failed attempt at knitting, he made a scarf that looked like a woolly tapeworm, and a brief, ill-advised stint growing microgreens in the bathtub. I was skeptical, but honestly, compared to the time he tried to ferment pickles in our closet, kombucha seemed almost wholesome. He ordered a giant glass jar, a mysterious SCOBY disc that looked like Jabba the Hutt's distant cousin, and about 6 pounds of organic black tea. The first week was peaceful, except for the pungent aroma that settled into our fridge. It wasn't bad, per se, just assertive. Like the fridge had developed a personality. Our groceries started picking up notes of earthy enlightenment, and my yogurt began whispering to me about finding my inner balance. Every time I opened the door, it felt like I was entering a yoga studio that couldn't decide if it wanted to be zen or sell me a timeshare in Sedona. Kevin, meanwhile, hovered over his jar with the reverence of a medieval alchemist. He spoke in hushed tones about the culture and left sticky notes on the fridge, "Do not disturb, the fermentation is meditating." But then things started getting weird. Kevin's kombucha output increased exponentially, flooding every shelf. Milk was banished to the door, the crisper drawer became a secondary fermentation chamber, and last Thursday, I found a SCOBY floating in my orange juice like a lost jellyfish. Kevin started hosting tasting sessions for his friends, who would swirl mason jars thoughtfully and say things like, "I'm getting notes of enlightenment and undertones of existential dread." By the third week, the fridge light had dimmed, possibly out of self-preservation, and our Brita filter started tasting faintly of patchouli. Yesterday, I finally cracked and told Kevin that if he brought one more SCOBY into the house, I was calling a priest, or at least a food safety inspector. He just smiled serenely and handed me a glass of his latest batch, promising it would cleanse my aura. I took one sip, and now I'm convinced, it didn't cleanse anything. In fact, I think it just gave my taste buds a midlife crisis.